But Hashem, so tonight's class is about Shnei Luchot HaBrit. Parachat Yitro, we're going to speak about Kabbalat HaTorah. Moshe Rabbeinu is going to Har Sinai. He went to Har Sinai 3 times. First time, Vav Sivan.
2 times.
3 times. First time, he goes up, Vav Sivan. 40 days later, he comes down. It's Yud Zayin B'Tamuz. Roeh et Egel HaZahav, he sees the golden calf. Shober et HaLochot, he breaks the tablets, right? He goes the next day to Har Sinai again to ask Hashem to forgive the people. That was Yud Chet Tammuz. 40 days, he comes down 29 Av. 29 Av, Hashem says, Lo salachti, no solech. I cannot forgive. Mazeh. It's like a kala getting married, right? We have a chuppah, and she's going with somebody else. Lo solech. Moshe Rabban, why? So he says, prepare yourself. I'm going to go up a 3rd time. The next day, Rosh Chodesh Elul. He goes up for 40 days. After 40 days, Bayom HaRaba'im, הוא אומר לו, Hashem says, סלחתי כדבריך. עכשיו אני סולח. מה הוא מביא? He brings the 2nd tablets. לוחות הברית השניות. The first one he broke. עכשיו מביא את השניות. He brings the 2nd one, right? And this is the Torah that we have in the Echal. Right? Okay, very good. Let's start with small details around and then get to the main part of the class. Okay? We spoke a little bit this week, but I want to put it back to perspective. Luchot HaBrit, normally, according to the Gemara, Luchot HaBrit are square. They are not rounded off, right? In some pictures, you would see Luchot HaBrit over here, it's rounded off, right? Like this, right? It's not, right? Luchot HaBrit are square. And we know the measures. The Gemara, the Torah Sheba'al Peh, the oral Torah, give us the measures. It says, 6 tfachim al 6 tfachim, 6 tefach, which is the size of a fist. A fist is 8 centimeters. 6 times like this is worth 48 centimeters. Almost half a meter, which means a foot and a half. A foot and a half. The height is also 6. And the depth is 3. So 6, 3, right? That cannot be rounded off. You cannot have a kippah on top of it, right? So one theory, it comes from Leonardo da Vinci. You heard about him?
Yes.
He made the picture of Moshe Rabbeinu, right? Coming down from the mountain with 2 tablets, right? With the karnaim, with the light, right? And it became, and he, as an artist, right? He said it's better to make it a little bit artistic, so he made it round. So from then it started to spread. Since this statue became very famous, from there it started to spread to be round. This is theory number 1. Second theory, right? Though the Gemara says 6 tfachim al 6 tfachim al 3 tfachim, 6 by 6 by 3, the Zohar says the Luchot HaBrit yardu min hashamayim kmo 2 tipot mayim, like 2 droplets of water. Any picture that you see anywhere, a drop of water looks this way, right? This is a drop of water, right? This is a drop of water. If I turn it around, let's turn it around, take a drop of water, turn it around, it's going to give this, round it off at the top. So the second theory, why is it rounded off? It's like a drop of water coming from heavens, and the drop has this shape, rounded off on top. That's according to the Zohar. Now the Zohar doesn't say it was rounded off. The Zohar doesn't say that. But the Zohar said they came like 2 droplets. So some say it's not Leonardo da Vinci, some say it's according to the Zohar. Whatever it is, if it's rounded off on top, if it's square, means more rectangle, right? Doesn't make a difference. What makes a difference is what's written inside. That's the main part, right? That's the main part. Okay? Tov. So let's see. In the Gemara, 2 rabbis are speaking, and one is telling the other, why is it Luchot HaRishonim, the first tablet, the one that got broken, why did they not have the letter Tet? Okay? So let me tell you something. The Ibn Ezra is teaching us, in Luchot HaBrit, in the tablets, there is 620 letters. 620. Does this number tells you something? 620 is 613 plus 7. 613 mitzvot the Oraita plus 7 the Rabbanan. That makes 620. 620 letters. If you take tomorrow the Parachat Yitro, and you start counting the letters, which is very hard, but the Ibn Ezra did the job for us already, 620 letters. So it's not like made up, okay? You would find the whole alphabet in the Luchot HaBrit, Aleph, you'd find the letter Aleph and Bet and Gimel and Dalet. One letter doesn't. The letter Tet. The letter Tet is not found in Luchot HaBrit Arishonot, in the first tablets. Why? Okay. In the second one, yes. We're going to say it soon. So he's asking, the rabbi is asking, למה לא נאמר tet, נכתב tet בלוחות הראשונות? Why is it in the first tablets there was not letter tet? So he told him, I never knew that. The other rabbi says, I didn't know. I didn't know בכלל there's all aleph bet. I didn't know it exists בכלל. He says, yeah. So he said, תגיד לי, איפה זה כתוב? He told him, where is it written tet in the second one? כבד את אביך ואת אמך, respect your father and mother, למען
יאריכו ימיך.
ייטב
לך.
לך.
יאריכו גם.
ייטב. תת.
אבל זה לא בסדר.
למען ייטב לך. תת. תת. Over here, the second one. In the first one doesn't say.
כבד את אביך ואת אמך זהו?
Yeah.
בלי ייטב לך.
למען יאריכון ימיך.
יאריכו ימיך.
אבל לא כתוב למען ייטב לך. Doesn't say למען ייטב. תת. So I asked him, okay, very good. Now you taught me something, but I want to know now. למה לא ברוחות הראשונות? Why not the first tablet? Okay. Answer, the other rabbi answer him. You know why? Because since HaKadosh Baruch Hu knows that Moshe Rabbeinu is going to break the Luchot HaRishonot, right? Each letter has something in it. What does the letter Tet hide in it? The word Tov. Tov.
Yeah.
Tov. Starts with Tet. If there would have been Tet in Luchot HaRishonot, the Tov, the goodness, would have been not given to Am Yisrael. So we need Tov, לקבל Tov. So Hashem חישב כבר, he knows already that Moshe is going to break the tablets, and Tov, if it's going to be there, we're not going to have it. So therefore, he reserved it for the second tablet. Okay? This is the Gemara in Shabbat. But now comes the Kli Akar. The Kli Akar, Rav Ephraim Luntzitz. Rav Ephraim Luntzitz, he was a rabbi. When he was very young, he was raised in a monastery. Till he found out he's Jewish, and he returned to his sources, and then he became a very, very big rabbi. He wrote a commentary on the Torah called Kli Akar. Kli Akar, Kishmo. Kli, it's a vessel full of good. Always commentaries, most beautiful commentaries on the Torah. Every Shabbat. He comes and he tells us a big, big chidush. Something beautiful. He says, listen, we got Shnei Luchot HaBrit. 2 tablets. Normally, you could have given it in another form. You could have given one, instead of being 6 by 6, make it 12 by 12, right? 12 by 12, by 3 or by 6, right? And write Aseret HaDibrot. You're going to tell me, no, it's made out of stone. It's very, very heavy. This was also very heavy. So the Gemara is teaching us, how did Moshe Rabbeinu carry such big stones?
הוא היה 15 מטר אבל.
Okay, but still, it's still heavy. What did Moshe Rabbeinu do? Moshe Rabbeinu did not carry the Luchot HaBrit. Luchot HaBrit carried themselves. The letters were carrying the Luchot HaBrit. The same thing as the Aron. When they were walking in the desert, Bamidbar, Aron HaKodesh, there was 2 Leviim. 2 Levi, they would carry the big Aron, right? Hashem רצה להראות להם, Hashem wanted to show, אתם חשבתם, after 40 years Hashem showed them. אחרי 40 שנה, after 40 years, Hashem, you think that you carried the Aron 40 years? I want to show you something. They're about to go into Israel. ירדן, צריך לעבור את הירדן. You have to cross the Jordan. Okay? What is Hashem saying? Hashem saying, I want the Levim to take the Aron HaKodesh and to stand on the border of the Jordan, על שפת הירדן. They're going to stand there. מה קורה? What's happening? The Jordan split in 2, like Kriyat Yam Suf, that we read in Parachat Beshalach. The Jordan splits. Am Israel crosses the Jordan, right? And Hashem says, the Levi, the Kohanim over there, the Levim, stay till the last one goes the other side. All the nation, 3 million people, they cross the Jordan. As the last one gets there, the Jordan closes back. But now there's 2 Kohanim over there. There's 2 Levim over there with the Aron. What happens? The Aron picks them up and brings them over the water to the other side. Hashem tells them, Atem chashavtem, you thought that 40 years you carried the Aron HaKodesh. The Aron was carrying you. This lesson is repeated in the time of David HaMelech. In the time of David HaMelech, the only ark, Aron HaKodesh, was captured by Pelishtim. Pelishtim was an enemy in the south of Israel. They captured Aron HaKodesh. Hashem punished them. He sent them mice, he sent them all hemorrhoids, machalot. They understood. What they do? They build a gala chadasha. They build a new carriage. They put Aron HaKodesh. They filled up the carriage with gold. They took shnei shvarim, 2 oxes. They attached them to the carriage and they told them, Tilchu, go. The oxes knew exactly where to go. From Pelishtim, they went to Israel. When they got to the border of Israel, people working in the fields, they saw, hey, it's Aron HaKodesh. This is the only ark. Right away, they sent messages to Jerusalem. The only ark is back. The only ark is back. David HaMelech right away came with a big delegation. They came to greet the Aron HaKodesh. As they were greeting the Aron HaKodesh, they were happy and they were walking. You know, in the olden days, there was no roads. So basically the wagons, whatever, traveled on earth, and there was a lot of bumps. The Aron HaKodesh goes on a bump, and the bump was like this up, the Giv'ah Ketana, and the wagon tilts, the Aron HaKodesh is sliding down. Chaz v'shalom to fall on the floor. There is a Kohen over there called Uzzah. When he sees this, he puts his hand to hold the ark. Vayamet Hashem oto al hamakom met. Died.
What?
Hashem killed him.
כאילו הוא רצה לעבור.
Yes. Hashem אמר לו, מה? אתה רוצה להחזיק את הארון? You want to hold the ark? You think that you're holding the ark? He killed him. And the Aron stayed like this, it didn't fall. לא למדת עוד מהמדבר? Didn't you learn lesson from the desert? הארון נושא את נושאיו.
אולי זה אינסטינקט שלו.
כן, זה אינסטינקט, אבל אתה צריך לדעת. אתה לא יכול לשחק עם זה. ארון הקודש לא משחקים. You don't play around with ארון הקודש. זה התורה הקדושה מהר סיני. You don't play with this.
But wasn't the Aron Kodesh supposed to be carried by the Kohen?
Yeah. That's in the desert. We're talking about almost 500 years later. 400 years later, by the time of David HaMelech. That's it. The Aron HaKodesh is about to be placed in Jerusalem. Okay? In the desert, there was a mitzvah to carry the Aron. Over here, it's on a wagon. It's coming to Jerusalem, right? You're not to put the hand. David HaMelech pachad. David HaMelech was scared. Ma'asa, he was looking for a Jewish home, and he found, not so far from there was a Jewish person called Bet Oved Edom Hagiti. He asked him, אפשר לבקש ממך טובה? Can I ask you a favor? can you take the ark to your house till Hashem, we get a sign that Hashem is okay with us? I'm not going to bring it to Yerushalayim now, it's dangerous. They said, Betach, for sure. איזה כבוד, וואו, איזה כבוד. אבל תדעו לכם, you have to understand. It's like bringing a Sefer Torah to your house. אם הבית שלך, if your house is not pure and good, then don't bring it. It's like, if your wife is not going to be well covered, if you are not going to be wearing a kippah, you're lacking respect. זה יותר גרוע. Right? So don't bring a Sefer Torah to your house unless you're sure of yourself. Right?
How about הכנסת ספר תורה?
הכנסת ספר תורה. No.
Bring home?
Yeah, they bring it, but it's not complete. It's not sold yet. When they do הכנסת Sefer Torah, they write few letters in the house. The Sefer Torah is not sold yet completely. They take it to a hall to make the Mesiba, and then they bring it to the Echal. But in your house, it's still not complete. But you want to bring a Sefer Torah in your house? Be sure what you're doing. Okay? So Bet Oved Etom Agiti, he was a tzaddik. Every day he would come, metate, he would clean the floor, he would light a candle, kavod. Listen to this. 3 chodashim, 3 months, the Aaron stayed in his house. His wife, and eight kalot, 8 daughter-in-laws, he had 8 boys, gave birth to 54 kids in 3 months. 1 week she's pregnant, 1 week she... When did you hear a lady pregnant 1 week? 1 week pregnant, 1 week baby, 1 week pregnant.
בזמן חווה. אולי בזמן לפני השם.
בזמן חווה, אותו יום.
של אותו יום, שבוענה.
אותו יום. He sent a message to David HaMelech. David HaMelech, wow. That means Hashem is happy. אין, זה אם הוא עשה נס כזה, if Hashem made such a ness, Hashem is happy. Right away, David HaMelech went with a big crowd, and they brought a lot of sacrifices. They walked the Aaron from Bet Oved Agiti till Jerusalem. Every 6 steps, 6 צעדים, עוצרים, שוחטים כבש. עוצרים, שוחטים שור. And he is giving the meat. נותן את הבשר לכולם שיאכלו, כן? ואחר כך דוד מחרקר בכל עוז, דוד is dancing. His wife, מיכל, she's looking at him from the balcony, she sees him. מה אתה עושה? מה אתה, you look like, אתה נראה כמו פשוט עם. You look like, אתה מלך, אתה לא תרקוד ככה. אמר לה, מה? Excuse me? I'm not going to dance for the Torah? השם יתברך. השם שמע, השם heard what she said, ולא היו לה ילדים כל ימי חייה. השם העניש אותה. מיכל. The wife, השם punished her not to have kids. Because she told him, you look like a peasant. What are you dancing? What? מה זה? בתורה, there's no big, small. Torah, when we dance in a circle. Why in a circle? In a circle, there's no high point, there's no low point. Everybody's the same level. So he told her, מה פתאום? זה ספר תורה. It's the Torah coming to Jerusalem, to Yerushalayim. I'm not going to be happy? כן? ודוד מחרקר בכל עוז. He was clapping, he was dancing. He was happy to bring the Torah. ארון הקודש, the only ark into Jerusalem. לא, דוד לא נענש. עוזה was punished, not David. דוד, לא, he had 6 other wives. היה לו 6 נשים. כן? טוב, עכשיו, let's go back. Okay? So now, the לוחות הברית, why didn't Hashem give 1? אחד. Give 1. Why? It's too heavy. אין בעיה. The letters carry it. The same way the letters carry 2 big ones, they should get bigger one. אין בעיה. Why didn't he give them, okay, connected? Why yad kacha v'yad kacha? Why 2 hands? Why does he bring in 2 hands? Why can't he bring in 1 hand?
אחד נגד שמיים ואחד נגד אדם חברו.
Okay, we can find many רמזים, but look, the כלי הקו, לא, separate, yeah, they're separate. They're separate. Says the כלי הקו, if we analyze the לוחות הברית, if we analyze the tablets, right? What are we going to see? אנוכי, אדוני אלוהיך, אשר הוצאתיך ממצרים. First commandment is what? I'm God, I'm your God, which took you out of Egypt. Okay? Second commandment. לא יהיה לך אלוהים אחרים על פניי. You cannot have any other God besides me, right? Third, לא תישא את שם אדוני אלוהיך לשווא. Don't omit my name in vain. If you don't have to say ברכה, or don't say סתם Hashem's name for like this, לא תישא את שם אלוהיך לשווא. For no reason, you don't omit Hashem's name. Fourth, זכור את יום השבת לקדשו. Remember the Shabbat to sanctify it. 5, כבד את אביך ואת אמך. Respect your father and your mother. That's tablet number 1. We go to tablet number 2. לא תרצח, don't kill. לא תנאף, don't commit adultery. Okay? לא תגנוב. What's תגנוב, we said?
לא לעשות קידנאפ.
Not kidnap people. Right? How do we know that? The Gemara explains. לא תרצח, if somebody kills somebody, what's the punishment if there's witnesses?
Mavet.
Mavet in Bet Din, right? They kill him in the court, in the Jewish court. If somebody commits adultery with a married woman, what's the punishment? In court, in the Jewish court, they kill him, right? If somebody, right, steals money, would they kill him for that? No. What would he do? Kefel, you pay double. Says the Gemara, so therefore it has to be similar. The only time when somebody steals something and is chayav mitah, it's a punishment of death. It's when somebody kidnaps a Jewish person and he sells them. Where did it happen in the Jewish history?
Yosef.
And
his
Tzaddik.
אז איך זה...
Then came the emperor, Kesar Romi. The emperor came and he gathered 10 Chachamim, Rabbi Ishmael, Rabbi Akiva, Rabbi Ishbar Sofer, the biggest Chachamim ever, Rabbi Chuspita Miturgeman, all those biggest Chachamim, and he told them, if the brothers of Yosef would be here, I would punish them and kill them. And since they're not here, I need equivalent. You're the most big Chachamim that ever existed. Atem techapu aleim. And he killed the biggest Chachamim of Am Yisrael. The most biggest Chokhmah that ever existed in Am Yisrael. Why? Because they sold Yosef. They sold Yosef. So, Lo Tignov does not speak about money. This is going to be in the Parasha of Mishpatim next week. In Mishpatim, Shama Lo Tignevu. Over there, he speaks about monetary stealing. Somebody steals money. Lo tignov, don't kidnap a Jew and sell him. Sometimes they would sell them to the goyim, and then he won't keep Shabbat, he won't eat kosher, avodah zarah, kol. Otzeta Yehudi me'adat. You took out a Jew from his religion, right? So this is punishment of death in court if you're caught with 2 witnesses. 9. Lo ta'aneh beracha et shav. Et shav, you go to a Jewish court and you say, Ken, I saw the guy, Ganav. I saw the guy, Ratzach. But it's not true. You were paid to do false testimony. Right? Lo ta'aneh beracha et shav. The Torah is warning you. Never go to court to le'aid, to testify sheker. Something which is not true. Last commandment, lo tachmod. Don't envy. אתה רואה לחבר שלך יש אישה יפה, וואו. And you go, בוא נשתה קפה ביחד, and you go to drink coffee, נסתכל על אשתו, to look his wife, מה זה? לא, בוא נשחק קלפים ביחד, let's go. ואתה הולך אליו, you go to him for his wife, לא תחמוד אשת רעך. You're not allowed to envy the wife. אתה רואה, יש לו אוטו יפה. He has a nice car.
אבל זה לא תנאף. אבל זה לא תנאף.
לא תנאף. זה עם כל מיני נשים לא נשואות. כן? לא תחמוד, אתה חומד את אשתו של מישהו. אשת רעך כתוב. האישה של מישהו כבר. כן? And then, he has a nice donkey or a nice car. And you say, וואו, מה זה לא תחמוד? אתה בא אצלו, could you sell me your car? I'll pay for it. לא תחמוד. אסור לך ללכת למישהו, you're not allowed to go to somebody, could you sell me your watch? Could you sell me your car? Could you sell me your house? זה לא תחמוד. Why do you want him to sell? It's not for sale. If it's for sale, okay. מבסוט, יאללה, בוא, תעשה offer, you קבל, he's gonna accept. אבל אתה הולך אליו, you go to him, he says, אני אוהב את האוטו שלך, אני אוהב את הבית שלך. ואתה אומר לו, תמכור לי? sell to me? לא תחמוד. That's called envy.
You can't knock on somebody's door and be like, you want to sell your house?
No.
You do it all the time.
Huh?
Only for
You do it all the time.
Yeah. לא, אבל זה כאילו...
Not like,
Okay, that's it. It's not like you specifically want this house. You're looking for a house. You're looking for a house. But you come now specifically, אני רוצה את הבית שלו. למה אתה רוצה את הבית שלו? אני אוהב את הבית שלו. You have a house, יש לך בית, מה אתה רוצה? You have a house. מה אתה בגלל שהוא... כן? אתה רואה את האוטו שלו? אני רוצה את האוטו הזה. לך לדילר. Go to the dealer, buy the same car. למה אתה מתדופק על הדלת שלו? Why you bring in his house? כן? זה לא תחמוד. Very good. This is now, if you remark, אם אתם שמים לב, if you remark, מה אנחנו רואים בצד ימין? What do we see on the right side? And what do we see on the left side? The right side is 5 מצוות בין אדם למקום. To Hashem. אנוכי אדוני אלוהיך, I'm your God. זה בן אדם, אתה צריך לדעת שהשם הוא השם שלנו. 2. לא יהיה לך אלוהים אחרים על פניי. Don't have another God. זה בן אדם למקום. לא תישא את שם אדוני אלוהיך לשווא. Don't admit Hashem's name in vain. That's between you and God. זכור את יום השבת. Keep Shabbat. Who told us to keep Shabbat? God. So it's between you and God. לכבד את אביך ואת אמך. מה זה? Between you and God. You know why? השם אומר לך, איך נוצרת? איך באת לעולם? How did you come to the world? אבא שלך, אמא שלך ואני. 3 partners. Your father, your mother, and me. Your father and mother gave you your body, הגוף שלך, your body,
And I give you
and then
your
נשמה. אנחנו שותפים. זה me. You're dealing with me. אתה משתמש, you're dealing with me. צד ימין, that's the right side. Left side. Second tablet. לא תרצח, don't kill your friend, between you and your friend. לא תנאף, don't commit adultery, between you and your friend. לא תגנוב, don't kidnap somebody, between you and your friend. לא תענה ברעך את שווא, don't testify a false testimony, between you and your friend. And לא תחמוד אשת רעך, between you and your friend. Okay? That's the construction, that's the way the 2 luchot are made. Comes the Kli Yakar and he says a beautiful, beautiful chidush. Beautiful. He says, by giving 2 tablets, we can think, כאילו זה שתי דברים. You and God, you and your friend. Okay? There's a book called Tosefet Beracha. Tosefet Beracha says, when Moshe Rabbeinu came down the mountain, what did he see? Egel HaZahav, the golden calf. Okay? אומר, רגע, I'm about to give שני לוחות הברית, but it says on the right side, אנוכי אדוני אלוהיך, לא יהיה לך אלוהים אחר מפניי. I'm your God, you cannot have another God. And they're doing a golden calf. No. מה הוא רוצה לעשות? What did Moshe Rabbeinu want to do? לזרוק, to throw and break only the right tablet. ולשמור and keep the second one. To keep the second one. Why? Because they transgressed the first tablet, but not the second one. So in the Torah it says, it's right over here, וישלך את הלוחות מידיו. Okay? He threw the tablet from his hands. But Torah כתוב, that's how we read it. In the Sefer Torah it says, right? Miyado, but we read miyadav. It looks like miyado, from his hand. Why? Because he wanted to throw just from one hand. אבל אחר כך הוא אמר, אם אתה לא טוב עם הקדוש ברוך הוא, אתה בחיים לא תהיה טוב עם החבר שלך. If you're not good with God, you cannot be good with mankind. The proof, Moshe Rabbeinu didn't know. He did not know. הם הרגו את הנפיו שלו, חור, הבן של מרים. They stabbed him. Why? חור tried to stop them. Don't do the Egel HaZahav. It's another God. You're not supposed to have another God. God took us out of Egypt. מה עשו? They took a knife, they stabbed him. משה רבנו לא ידע. He didn't know. But he said, אם אתה לא טוב עם הקדוש ברוך הוא, if you're not good with God, you cannot be good with mankind. The proof is, he didn't know that, but the proof is, here, they killed his nephew. They tried to stab them, right? So they were not good with God, they're not good with mankind. לא תרצח. לא תרצח. So look a beautiful thing. Look what's beautiful thing the Kli Yakar is teaching us. The two tablets, right side and left side, going parallel. 1 and 6, 2 and 7, 3 and 8, 4 and 9, 5 and 10. Which means 1. What does 1 say? Anochi Adonai Elohecha. I'm your God. They took you out from Egypt, right? What is the parallel in the other side? Lo tirtzach. What's the connection between Anochi Adonai Elohecha and Lo tirtzach? What does the Torah say in Bereshit? Ki betzelem Elohim yatzar et ha'adam. God created man in his image. If you kill somebody, you diminish the image of God in the world. Each person זה צלם אלוקים. זה כאילו חלק מהשם. If you kill somebody, you took off from this world a part of the image of Hashem. Anochi, I'm your God. Lo tirtzach. Don't kill because you're taking away my image from this world. Parallel. 2. Lo yeh lecha Elohim acharim al panai. You cannot have another God. What's number 7? 2. Lo yeh lecha lo tin'af. What happened in Midian? מה קרה במדיין? They saw the beautiful girls, 24,000 boys, young boys. They saw the beautiful girls, ומה עשו? They went and they committed adultery. They bowed down to Peor. And 24,000 of them died.
Was that the sin? Was that the sin that they bowed down?
Yes.
Or the fact that they went
No,
with the women?
they started with the women,
But
and
that
they
wasn't
ended.
the sin.
Yeah, but does not marry to be killed.
Right.
And they ended up bowing to Peor, and Hashem took them off. So when Hashem says, "Don't have another God," this goes in parallel. You're going to end up committing adultery. If you leave God, אם אתה עוזב את השם, אתה הולך ללא תנאף. Midian, the proof is Midian. And there's other proofs in Tanakh also. Number 3, don't omit God's name in vain. לא תישא את שם אלוהיך לשווא. כאילו, I'm sitting here and says, "Oh God, oh my God." Oh my. Some people, "Oh my God, oh my God." Some people, they say it like, it's their friend. "Oh my God, oh my God." Oh my God. God is your friend. הלו. אתה לא יכול להגיד, "Oh my God, oh my God." זה לא. Even באנגלית, even in French, even in English, even in Spanish, you cannot say he's not your friend. Right? Even if you write it, אפילו שאתה כותב את זה, in English, you would put G, D. You won't write G-O-D. G, D. Okay? Not to write God's full name. Even in Hebrew. Right? How would you write in Hebrew? Hey, apostrophe. Why? Because after this paper can go to the garbage. What? You throw in God's name? Don't omit, Hashem זה לא חבר שלך. It's not your friend. It's not your body. קצת כבוד למלך, it's a king, מלך מלכי המלכים, זה קצת כבוד, כן? So not everything, "Oh my God," מה זה? What's this? כן? You cannot say this. You should say, "Wow, Hashem, say Hashem. Say Hashem, Hashem יצילנו, Hashem יעזור, בעזרת Hashem, אם ירצה Hashem." There's ways to say things, there's ways. You should know, if you meet God's name in vain, you know what's the point? ברוך השם, השם, אני אומר השם, לא אומר השם זני, אני לא אומר המונאי.
So in the English, it's best not to say "thank God" when they say "how are you."
Say Baruch Hashem. Why in English? You're born English. Say Baruch Hashem. Huh?
If Americans, if Americans ask.
say Baruch Hashem. And believe me, they copy.
Okay.
You go many places, they want to, first thing they see you with the kippah, oh, shalom.
Yes.
You go to places, they tell you shalom. Ma shalom. Oh, because they want to be friendly, so they learn. So if you say Baruch Hashem, you would see they start saying Baruch Hashem.
Tomorrow I'm going to do that. In
That's it. אתה מבין? So if you omit God's name in vain, what's the parallel to that in the second side, which is number 8? לא תגנוב. לא תגנוב. What's לא תגנוב? Kidnapping. What's the connection between not omitting God's name in vain and not to kidnap? Amram, תגיד. Amram is quiet, but you know.
הוא חושב על דברים אחרים.
כן, כן, he's now in seventh heaven now.
שם בחב"ד.
No? What happens if somebody kidnaps somebody? Would you just kill him like this? Just kill him? No. What do you have to do? What's the protocol? What's the process?
You have to prove.
No, you have to prove. How do you prove it?
No, if
Two
he
witnesses.
He has it, so it's a proof already. You know that he
No, it's not good to know.
Oh.
It's not enough. You have to bring two witnesses that saw him do it. Okay. You bring two witnesses and you ask him, did you kidnap this little boy, this little girl, this man, this woman? Did you kidnap them? No? Could you? There's no witnesses. What do you make him do?
Testify.
No. What do you make him do? What do you make him do?
Take
Swear.
him- yeah.
Swear, right? How do we swear in Judaism? You swear to God, right? So you open the Echal. He has to put his hand on and say he has to hold the Sefer Torah, and he has to swear to Hashem that he didn't kidnap, right? Now he did do it. But now what does he have to do? In order to save himself, what does he have to do? To lie. He has to lie. So in order to lie, he's going to swear, but swear falsely. So he kidnapped, and now what does he do? Lo tisa et shem Adonai Elohecha lashav. He's omitting God's name in vain because he did do it. Hashem shaker, and he omits God's name in vain. The Gemara says, Matai Hashem, when Hashem gave this third commandment, Lo tisa, the world was trembling. Ha'olam haya ro'ed. You know why? So I heard with a big tzaddik, he said the following thing. Listen, if somebody doesn't keep Shabbat, what happens at Motzei Shabbat b'Shamayim? They write, Shimon drove a car on Shabbat. Okay? Somebody stole money from his friend. They write, Yehuda stole money from Reuven. Every sin like this is written in the books, right? Now, Shimon went to a seminar, and he heard the lectures, he heard the rabbis, the importance of Shabbat. Asa tshuva. Wow, I didn't know. Wow, bli neder, this Shabbat I'm starting to keep Shabbat. מה קורה בשמיים? They take the book. For 20 years לא שומר שבת. יאללה, תמחקו הכל. מוחקים. Clean, יאללה, starting from new. מתחילים מחדש. כן? יהודה stole money from his parent Reuven, כן? רשמו. עכשיו אומר, לא. שמעתי שיעור על גזל, I heard in the internet a class about גזל. מי צריך את זה? מה אני צריך? Takes the money, comes to Reuven. מחילה ראובן, you know, I stole $1,000 from you. לא, מחילה, אני מחזיר לך את זה. תמחל לי, בבקשה, come on, תעשה לי מחילה. אוקיי, יאללה, מחילה. בשמיים, same night, מוחקים. Any sin that the person does is written, תשובה, erases it. אבל מה קורה? What happens אם אחד omits God's name in vain? אני נשבע לך בתורה שלא עשיתי את זה, שלא גנבתי, שלא לקחתי, שלא... כן? אתה נשבע בתורה. ואתה כן עשית את זה. לא, מחילה, לא התכוונתי, I didn't mean it, אני מבקש מחילה, כיפור, כל הכיפור. בשמיים, could they erase it? Why? Because when he did the sin, he says, "Anishba, I swear to God." You swear to God? He said he swears to God. Shav, could you erase God's name? This is a sin that cannot be erased. You're stuck. So that's why the world, העולם מזדעזע. The world was trembling. וואו, איזה תשובה, איך עושים תשובה על דבר כזה? How do you make תשובה? איך עושים תשובה on omitting God's name in vain? זה חמור. It's so scary. כן? אבל תדע לך, אם אתה גונב, if you kidnap, if you steal money, you're going to end up swearing in vain. וזה חמור. This is very, very bad. Going back. זכור את יום השבת לקדשו. Remember Shabbat to sanctify it. By the way, one of the differences between the two tablets, the first and the second, was this commandment. On the first commandment, כתוב זכור את יום השבת לקדשו. פעם השנייה שהביא את התורה, second time brought תורה, שמור את יום השבת לקדשו. איך יכול להיות? How is it possible to change? We said, טוב, למען ייטב לך. This is an addition. But the commandment was the same. כבד את אביך ואת אמך was the same. Just instead of saying, למען יאריכון ימיך, it says, למען ייטב לך. Okay, but it's the same. It's the same. Different words, the same thing. But over here, זכור is a positive commandment. שמור is like a negative form. Don't transgress the Shabbat. כן? איך יכול להיות שזה שונה? It's different. The answer is we say it every Friday night. לך דודי, what do we say? זכור ושמור בדיבור אחד. When Hashem spoke to us and He gave us the first time the 10 commandments, He didn't say only זכור. He said זכור ושמור. Says Rashi, אי אפשר בעולם, no one in the world is able to say 2 words in one shot. רק הקדוש ברוך הוא. זכור ושמור בדיבור אחד. 1 word, two teachings, right? Just when Hashem gave us the first tablets, He wrote Zachor only. And when He wrote the second tablets, He wrote Shamor. אבל Zachor ושמור בדיבור אחד. Okay? It's the same time. If you don't keep Shabbat, if you Zachor
No,
Shabbat B'Shor.
it was not the same time the tablet. You had to go back.
Yeah.
And
No,
get it.
but
So
when He
He
gave
said
it to
the
us.
first time Zachor.
No, the first time He says Zachor ושמור. Just He wrote Zachor only. Now, what's the parallel of not keeping Shabbat? לא תענה ברעך את שווא. Don't do false testimony. מה זה שבת? מה זה שבת? שמתם לב בתפילה של שבת 3 פעמים, 3 times ביום שישי בלילה, we say יום השישי. יום השישי ויחולו השמיים והארץ וכל צבאם ויכל אלוהים ביום השישי. When do we say the first time? Before the עמידה. When do we say the second time? In the עמידה, בתוך העמידה. When do we say the third time? After the עמידה. וואו, 3 פעמים. מה זה יום השישי ויחולו השמיים והארץ? It's a testimony. ולכן בכל 3 פעמים, in all the 3 times, what do? You stand up. Yeah, קידוש, you're right. קידוש. Before the עמידה.
זה תפילה שונה, זה תפילה אחת.
כן, אבל, yeah, but it's the same prayer of יום השישי.
אחד בתוך העמידה ואחד בקידוש.
We stand up when we say it. למה אנחנו עומדים? למה עומדים? אתה מעיד, you're testifying to the angels now, Friday night. The Gemara says, when you come out of the בית הכנסת, 2 מלאכי השרת מלווים אותך. 2 מלאכים באים עליך. מלווים אותך. כן? ואתה אומר, I testify, אני מעיד עכשיו, ביום השישי, ויחולו השמיים והארץ וכל צבאם, ויכל אלוהים ביום השישי מלאכתו אשר עשה. God finished the creation on the 6th day, right? And you're saying that God created the world, and this is a testimony. And when you say testimony, you have to be standing up, right? אומר רש"י, if you work on Shabbat, כאילו אתה עובד בשבת, what are you doing? השם היה צריך לנוח בשבת. אני לא צריך לנוח, אני יותר חזק מהשם. חס ושלום, זה עבודה זרה. למה אתה עובד בשבת? השם נח. Did Hashem create the world with physical effort? No, בדיבור. יהי אור, ארץ, שמיים, עצים. השם just said, בעשרה מאמרות נברא עולם. השם said 10 times, he said 10 things, and the world was completely created. וביום השביעי שבת, לא שבת, שבת. Shabbat is the day. Shabbat is the action of resting. Shabbat. Lishvot. So God is saying, you stronger than me? I rested on Shabbat. You work on Shabbat, you're stronger than me. So what do we do? No. Yom HaShishi v'yichul Hashem. I testify. It's a testimony. So the parallel is Lo Zachor et Yom HaShabbat. Remember the Shabbat, or Shamot Yom HaShabbat. What's the parallel on the other side? Lo Ta'aneh Beracha et Shav. Don't make a false testimony. Al Ta'id Lashav. אתה אומר יום השישי והם ואתה לוקח את האוטו. זה לא הולך ביחד, it doesn't work. כן? It's a false testimony. You just said. It's true that להגיד את הקידוש ביום שישי זה עוזר. למה זה עוזר? Why it helps? Because Rav Yosef was asked the question, you know that normally people שלא שומעים שבת, כאילו זה, אתה נוגע ביין, לא מבושל, it becomes נסך. cannot drink it, right? אבל רב יוסף אומר, מי שעושה קידוש ביום שישי, זה מציל אותו. למה? כי אתה מאמין בשם. זה מראה שאתה מאמין בשם. You show that you believe in השם. אז למה הוא לא שומר שבת? מסכן, הוא גדל בחוץ לארץ. He grew up בחוץ לארץ. אם היה בישראל, if he was in Israel, היה רואה את כל הרבנים, he would see all the rabbis, he would see all the ישיבות, היה חוזר בתשובה מזמן. אז הוא מלמד עליו זכות. הוא אומר, אז תמשיך להגיד קידוש, זה טוב, זה מציל אותך. שלא יהיה יין נסך. כן? בדיעבד, כן? אבל ש... So it's important to keep Shabbat to make the right testimony. And the last part, כבד את אביך ואת אמך. Respect your father and mother. What's on the other side? לא תחמוד. לא תחמוד אשת רעך. אומר הכלי יקר, אם אחד, if somebody saw a woman, but she's married, or if not married, doesn't make a difference, married or married, okay? Now he thinks about her whole day, כל היום חושב על האישה הזאת, the whole day he thinks about her. עכשיו הוא, לא חס ושלום יבגוד באשתו, לא יבגוד באשתו, he's not gonna cheat on his wife, חס ושלום, זה לא, אבל כל היום האישה הזאת בראש שלו, כן? So he goes with his wife, אבל הוא חושב על מי? על האישה שהוא ראה, על האישה שהוא חושב עליה כל היום, כן? מה קורה עכשיו? You know what's going to happen now? ילד לו בן, יבוא לו בן, he's going to have a kid, בן בת, בגלל שהוא חשב על האישה אחרת, הבן הזה, יהיה לו חוצפה, he's going to be חצוף, לא מכבד את אבא שלו ולא את אמא שלו.
Which means what?
He's not respecting his parents. If you're with your wife and you think about a one woman, the kid is going to be born from this relation is not going to respect you. Okay? So you caused your child, your own child, right? By thinking eshet re'echa, by thinking about a woman or somebody else, you caused your own child לא לכבד את אבא שלו ואת אמא שלו, not to respect his parents. Okay? Rabbi Nishchai once, he told one of his, הוא היה, אתה יודע, הרב נשחי מקובל גדול, רוח הקודש, he had divine inspiration. He told once a man, מספיק כבר עם כל הנשים. Why you go with all those women? מספיק. רבנו? You suspect him to go, חס ושלום, never touched a woman. I never got close to her, I never even shake a hand of a woman. כן, אבל אתה חושב עליהם כל היום אתה. You think about them the whole day. You was able to see it on them. You never touched her, but you think about them. Right? זה גרוע, יותר גרוע. כן? אז הוא אומר לך, he's telling you, if you think about another woman when you're with your wife, חס ושלום, you're going to cause that your kids would have a lack of respect for you. Right? So, this is the Kli Yakar. This was the Kli Yakar said. He said, the two Luchot HaBrit, they go in pair. And especially he gave two of them because one is ben Adam lamakom, between you and a God. That one between you and your fellow man. But you should know, don't say, Moshe Rabbeinu thought to separate them, to throw one and keep the other one. And then he said, no. If you're not good with Hashem, you're never going to be good with mankind. You can never be, man.
זה כמו באמריקה, שאם אתה לא נשוי, אתה לא יכול להיות נשוי.
כהן גדול גם כן, אם לא נשוי, לא יכול להיות כהן גדול. That's why כהן גדול, he had to have two wives יום הכיפורים. Yeah. They get him married to a second wife on condition. בתנאי, שאם אשתו הראשונה תמות ביום כיפור, אז הוא כבר נשוי לשנייה. You cannot be single when he does. כשאתה נשיא, when you're a president, when you represent עם ישראל, כמו כהן גדול, you have to be married. Right? And if you're married, you have to be loyal to a wife. And what does it mean loyal? Does not mean not to go to a bar. זה בכלל אסור. This is בכלל completely אסור. Don't even think about these women. Right? And don't look at women in the daytime and then for sure it's going to come. At nighttime, the Yetzer Hara brings it out. Right? I heard from Rav Zamir Cohen, our eyes, העיניים שלנו זה כמו מצלמות. It's like cameras. To the point, they made the research, people that got hit by a car, right? It's a split of a second. Like, boom, זה פוגע בך, כן? After many months, right? They were able to say the license plate of the car that hit them. You didn't have a chance to see it. How can you say the license plate? Because for the split of a second that your eyes saw the car coming towards you, you took a picture and it's in the back of your mind. If somebody would ask you, אתה לא תזכור את זה. But with time, it comes out. How did they do it? By hypnotizing the person. They hypnotized the person, he started to give the information. How did you remember this information? All the pictures that you take, it's in your back, in the hard disk. So if you see a woman, and then you say, no, the picture is in you, right? So you're gonna retain this picture. So to tell you, be loyal is Omosa. So voila, this is a little bit about, there's many other things, 620, there's so many things about the Seder Dibrot, but this was just a small introduction, and hopefully from there you can take it on Shabbat, and go a little bit further. Baruch Adonai Le'olam, Amen ve'amen.